Welcome everybody, my name is Firepit and I'm playing a little bit of Vintage Story. First thing I'm going to do today, apparently, is kill this drifter. Get up out of here. Yeah, you thought, boy, you thought. Alright, let's see if he's got anything inside of him. Nothing. Man, I'm getting really tired of these guys not having any drops. A lot of times they'll drop like flax fibers or sometimes rusty gears, which as I mentioned in one of my other videos, are currency in the game that we can use with the traders and things. But unfortunately, I guess I just have bad luck. So first thing I'm going to do today, other than kill that drifter, I guess, is grab all of our copper stuff that we made in the last video. We got a bunch of tools and some ingots and an anvil. So to get the anvil out, we got to break this thing. Boom. There we go, our beautiful copper anvil. That's going to allow us to make some better tools and also not have to cast everything, which is nice. So I'm going to put these ingot molds away. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make these into actual tools. So let's grab some sticks. There's an axe and a shovel and a pickaxe and a prospecting pickaxe. So this prospecting pickaxe is actually going to be super invaluable for us because when we eventually want to start making bronze, we're going to have to go out into the world and do a little prospecting. I think I can show you how this works. Actually, is there any stone? Let's see. I don't want to break right in front of my house here. Let's go over here. So the way this works is you break a piece of stone and it'll say, okay, you need 2 more samples. So we'll break another one over here. They have to be far enough apart. You can't just do 3 in one place. Needs 1 more. Let's grab one right here. And it says there, oh, actually, that's really cool. So you can see there's decent hematite. There's what, a 2% chance of it spawning, I think is what that number means. I could be totally wrong about that. I should probably read the guide that it linked to, but that's not my style. We'll figure it out as we go along. So we have to go around the world and look for the minerals and ores and things that will allow us to make new and better items. I went ahead and put all our beautiful new copper tools on this tool rack here and set our ingots down. One thing that we need if we're going to work with these is a forge. So why don't we see how to make that? So it's just cobblestone. We do not have any cobblestone. We could make some out of this. I think it's 8 stone in a circle here and then a piece of clay is how you make cobblestone, which we're going to need to make a lot of anyway if we're going to work on restoring the castle that we found in the last episode. What I think I'm actually going to do is head back over there because there were some vessels that I wanted to grab. So let's go to sleep. All right, it's morning. Let's head out for the day. I'm going to drop these bones off real quick and we're going to head over to the castle. Here we are at the castle. So let's take a look and see what we got going on here. I remember these. We got some rocks, some flax fibers, a little bit of lead ore, and some sphalerite. That's actually something that we need to make bronze. I'm also going to dig up... Do I have a shovel? Oh, I don't have a shovel. We're going to have to do this manually. Alright, so I dug up all this bony soil, which I think I mentioned in the last video you can pan. So think of like gold panning, which I wish I could do in real life. That seems so fun. But anyway, so you make a pan and then you put this in water and you sift through it and you get cool little items like ore and shells and I can't remember what all. We'll have to find out. Oh, sweet. So I got a falx. A falx is basically a sword. It's used for killing drifters, and another scythe, which I found one in those other ruins. I think they were like this way a couple videos ago. So we're good on scythes for a while, I suppose. Let's break these other 2. And I have a full inventory. I don't really need clay stone. Oh, a shovel. That would have been useful a minute ago. But too little too late, I guess. And we can use our newfound shovel to dig up the rest of this bony soil. I can't remember if there was anything in here, but if you remember in the last video, this is where I think I'm going to build my house. Oh, seeds. Nice. What can we drop? Oh, it was all carrots. Nice. Carrots are a good staple crop. I don't really have a whole lot planned for today, so I think I might try to excavate a little bit more of these ruins. I want to see if... Oh, there's a little more bony soil I missed. I want to see if this goes down any further. It looks like it might, because this would be a cool sort of main house maybe eventually. So I'm gonna go dig for a little while. Yeah, so I dug for a little bit, actually not that long, and realized pretty quickly there's nothing under here, which is, I don't know, that's not the worst thing in the world. I have a vision for how this is gonna look. So we might connect this wall and then connect this wall, and we get sort of a main hall, and then we can connect this side right here, connect this over to this, which looks like it used to be a wall, maybe. Use our imagination. So this then connects to a wall, which connects to like a little guard house, and then another building. I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably not going to do that anytime soon, but in the very near future, well, that doesn't make sense. If I'm not doing it anytime soon, why would I be doing it in the near future? In the future, at some point, I'm going to get going on building this. This might be a little overambitious, but I maybe want to try to start working on this before winter. Let's see what day it is. I actually haven't been looking. So it's May 9th. I can't remember how long the months are in this game. They might be 9 days. I don't know exactly. But I want to try to, if we have time before the seasons start changing, get working on this. At the very least, we're going to start with this tower, and this will be kind of our main house for a little while we work on this one. Again, I just like the way this looks. The other thing that I didn't consider when I was talking about this before, but that I just double checked, is the gear at the bottom of our hotbar is stable. So this is a good place to build. I also want to, I saw this earlier when I was talking, I want to check out whatever this is over here, this cool little formation. This is really neat. Sort of like a monument of some kind. I wonder if this was worshipped as a deity by the people that built that castle. I don't know. Maybe. All right, I'm going to head back home, and we're going to try to figure out what to do with the rest of our day today. I don't really have a whole lot going on. Probably I should start worrying about farming and food. I kind of bum rushed making metal tools. And I was actually wondering, so for those of you watching that have played Vintage Story, do you typically go for tools first? I've always done that. It seems like the most efficient way to me, but I was reading some comments on another video, and people were saying that they usually go for farming first, which is an interesting thought. I guess it makes sense because, you know, you only have so much time before winter, so you got to really make use of it. Oh, I don't have enough inventory space for this. Let's drop these bushes. I'm going to grab the seeds over the grain itself. Anyway, yeah, I've heard people say that they like to do farming first. Farming has never really been my favorite aspect of this game. It's something I actually want to try to do more of, more intentionally with this playthrough. I'm sort of trying to do things a little different than I usually do, just to make it more interesting for you all to watch and to experience new parts of the game. Because as I said before, I adore this game, and I know it has a lot more to offer than I've even experienced, so I'm really enjoying playing it again. Okay, so I put away all of our haul. One of the things that I want to do is make a forge so that we can make a saw, so that we can finally make a proper chest instead of clay vessels. So we need to grab some stone. So we got our cobblestone here, and we just go like this, and we have a forge. Luckily, we already made charcoal in one of our last videos, so that's not going to be a problem. And what you do is you grab some charcoal. I can't remember what the most efficient usage of charcoal is. I always just fill it up. It's probably a waste, but we're going to do it anyway. And you then take a torch and light it up. These look like they've heated up enough. So we grab our ingot and pop it down. Here's everything that we can make. There's a lot of different stuff. Let's select our saw blade, and we grab our hammer. So you can see this green outline. It works very similar to clay forming or flint knapping, where you have to move each individual voxel into place. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is the direction you can hit it in. I'm going to go left first. We're going to move all of these over this way. And the last thing you got to do is break off any of the excess bits that you don't need. And once you've done that, you get a beautiful tool head. So I'm going to go quench this. I really love the noise that makes. It's very satisfying to me. Now we just put it into the crafting table, And, oh, other way. We have a beautiful copper saw. Let me go ahead and make something out of this last ingot. Let's try to decide what we want. We've already got an axe, a shovel, a pickaxe, a prospecting pickaxe, 2 scythes apparently. I think I'm going to make a chisel, and I'll show you what that does here once I have it made. So what the chisel allows you to do is chisel individual voxels. So we put a hammer in our other hand and then right click on a block, and you can see there's a little highlighted voxel. We can change how big of an area we want to chisel out, so we can do that. We can put it back. We can take out bigger chunks. We can take out smaller chunks. It's just a really cool mechanic that lets you add a lot of detail to your builds, which I always make heavy use of when I play this game. I just realized I am about to starve to death. Oh, okay. I kind of screwed up. I thought we had another serving of stew left. I'm going to pop into my little root cellar here and grab these mushrooms maybe. And I'll cook those up real quick. Be a quick little snack. I also went out and grabbed a couple of cattails to sort of supplement our meal. I was going to go out and try to hunt a little something maybe, but it looks like the sun is setting, so I don't really know if we have time. Maybe I will. I'm going to grab our spears and let's wander out. We won't go too far, but we'll see if there's an animal or something that we can kill and eat. I'm also going to grab as many berries as I can. That'll keep us going for a little while until we find something better. I'm going to grab the bushes too so that I can move those over to our base. Alright, I see a couple of foxes. I think we're going to try to kill those and get their little pelts too so we can make hunter backpacks. Let's sneak up on them here. Shh. Alright, they're both just sitting there. I bet I'm going to miss. Yep, missed that one. Got that one. This idiot. Well, maybe he's not so stupid, or I just can't aim. Oh, he's attacking me. Okay. Everything attacks you in this game. I keep forgetting that. I mean, I know that, but it's getting dark, too. I think I'm going to head back. That was sort of unsuccessful. I did find some mushrooms and things that we can eat, and a few berry bushes, so at least we got a little something to tide us over until we can go out and find some real food. Home sweet home. Eat a few berries for breakfast. I was thinking about it, and you know, I was talking about farming earlier. I've been pretty lackadaisical about actually farming. So what I might do is start something on this little pond as well. We can build sort of a little trap too that hopefully will attract small animals, because in this game, animals will eat your crops, which is not fun. Why don't I go ahead and grab the rest of our seeds. Alright, got all my seeds and a couple of hoes. I'm going to break this stuff. Load. Can be used to dye cloth without needing a mordant. I don't know what mordant means. Maybe I should look that up, but I'm not going to. So what we're going to do is just pop a piece of dirt there. I'm going to dig a couple of channels. Next, I'm going to hoe the dirt. And last but certainly not least, we are going to plant our crops. I sort of didn't count before I did this, and it looks like we need some more space. All right, got a nice little farm going. We got our stuff growing over here. I really wish I could find some at least like medium fertility soil, but this low fertility soil really nerfs the growth speed of your crops, which is unfortunate for us because we need food and we need it bad. But we'll probably have to go out and explore and find some. You can also craft like super high fertility soil. It's called terra preta, and that buffs your crops, I think, or at least it doesn't nerf them. Alright, so I went ahead and fenced off my little farm. I also dug this 2-block deep channel pit thing. The idea is that they fall down in here and then we can take our spear and poke them to death. So sort of a 2-in-1 farm. I haven't seen too many small animals running around near our base. I wonder if that's because there's wolves and things like killing them out here. But then again, I haven't seen the wolves in a while. You know, we killed one in one of the last videos, or maybe two, I can't quite remember, but I haven't seen them since. Cool, so I was just putting some things away, and I saw that our pelts have cured, so we can make 2 hunter backpacks. So we take our cattails and surround the pelts like this, and we make 1. Oh, we don't have enough cattails. Let's go grab some more cattails and I'll make that other backpack. And now we have 2 hunter backpacks. So that got us an extra 2 inventory slots. Every little bit counts. I'm over here and I hear these bees again. I was thinking about it, and we might want to get started on bees sooner rather than later, because my plan for winter food is that I'm going to have to make a whole bunch of crocks, and those need to be sealed, and we can use either fat or beeswax. But because I need the fat to cure my pelts, because we can't actually make proper leather yet, I think it would be... Ooh, that was dangerous. Almost fell down that hole. Anyway, because I need the fat for other things, I think making beeswax is probably going to be our best bet in order to seal all of our crocks. Oh, look at that. Medium fertility soil. Let's dig up a bunch of this. We can take that back home and use it for our farmland. Collected a little less than a stack of medium fertility soil. We can come back here. I'm actually going to maybe put a waypoint. No. I don't need a waypoint. I remember how to get here. Oh, look, a trader. Let's see what he's got to sell. That's an interesting parking job you had there, buddy. Hopefully he's not another artisan trader. I'm getting tired of finding those guys. Let's see. Oh, agricultural trader. That's actually pretty useful. Well, I take that back. He's kind of not selling anything we need right this minute, but he will refresh his trades over time. So... Also, I don't know if you notice up in the upper right-hand corner, a map marker appeared when I talked to him. I forgot. I have this mod installed called Auto Map Markers. So if I pick up, you know, copper bits or talk to a trader, it'll automatically pop a waypoint onto my map for me, which is very helpful because then I don't have to cut out all the boring parts of me making waypoints all the time. So that's very useful. Oh, we got a chicken. At this point, I'm going to take what I can get. We're going to kill this guy. So he only got us one piece of chicken and some feathers. Not the greatest, but again, we're starving to death, so I'll take anything I can get. Black trumpet. That looks like a poisonous mushroom. Why don't we find out and see? Oh no, we can eat that. Interesting. I wouldn't expect an evil black-looking mushroom like that to be edible, but hey, again, I'll take it. What about these? Are these edible? Oh, those are edible too. So at least we're finding some mushrooms while we're out here. Jeez, I don't want to fall down here. Oh, that's a drifter. Let's go. Oh, whoa, there's two. Like coming out of that rift, I guess. I don't know. Oh, he fell all the way down there. Yeah, oh, okay. What's up? Oh, I should have brought my falx. That's good for killing these guys. They're throwing rocks at me. Yeah, run away. Come here. Oh. Oh, okay, we're running. Oh, no. No. Jeez, I think that thing's called a shiver. Oh, are you throwing? I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. Yeah, wolves aren't what we gotta worry about. It's freaking shivers, apparently. Can we outrun him? Oh, we lost him. Oh, and we're starving to death. Things are not looking good. Maybe we should turn back. Oh, there's a few more chickens. We can try to kill these guys, maybe. Well, geez, these are... I didn't think they were that fast. Gotcha. Oh, the rooster's attacking me. Got him too. Where's all your buddies? I want to kill you too. It's starting to get dark. Let's put a torch in our other hand. I think, if I remember correctly, having an item in your offhand will deplete your hunger bar faster. And I also think that if you're wounded, running will deplete your hunger bar faster. Alright, I made it home safe and sound, and on that note, I think I'm going to call it here. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one.